with entrepreneur, rapper, comedian, internet personality, and actress B. Simone about the secret to manifesting success and her new partnership with Footaction. You've been doing so much. Congratulations on everything.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so excited to be here. That was a hell of an intro. Thank you, girl.
No, you got it. You've been working, manifesting. And, before we talk about your baby girl collection with Footaction, which I'm super excited to talk about, I actually want to start because, I think a number of people were first introduced to B. Simone on Wild 'N Out, which is a huge platform, even though you were already making your mark as an internet personality. Since then, you've been on to launch your own beauty line, release a book, and you went on a comedy tour earlier this year. Plus, you have a number of other stuff going on. So I actually wanted to talk to you about the motivation behind your hustle.
Yeah, I always been into the arts. I started off doing music. I moved from my hometown, Dallas, Texas, to Atlanta, Georgia, 5 years ago to do music and acting. And my career just took off on social media. And my followers kind of made me a comedian. They loved my personality and my jokes and my goofy vibe. So I just started doing comedy, and it just opened up so many doors for so many other things. And I just love being creative. I love doing different things, new things. I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I did hair for 15 years. So I just always have my hand in the arts, just being creative. The best part is seeing the final product just come together.
I feel like you've, definitely dipped and dabbled into so many different fields and have found success. Is it all a part of a sort of a master plan, or are you just, finding success in these different lanes and feeding off the response you get from your audience?
I think it's a little bit of both. My goal, I always say, I would love to be the female Jamie Foxx. He's just an inspiration to me. Yes, I'm my own person. I'm B. Simone. I'm going to leave my legacy here, as B. Simone. But Jamie Foxx took over acting. He took over comedy. He took over music and was respected in all three genres. So I would love to do that. And now I'm an entrepreneur, a CEO, trying to move into investing and starting businesses. So I want my hand in anything that I can be good at. So I like doing it all.
Speaking of you being an entrepreneur, you launched B. Simone Beauty. I read that you self-funded it with an investment of $50,000 from your personal savings.
Yeah.
What made you want to tap into the beauty industry, and what has made this line so successful?
Yeah, I have it on right now. B. Simone Beauty, you guys. Y'all can get it at bsimonebeauty.com. I'm a licensed cosmetologist. Once again, I've been in a beauty, 90% of my following is women. So I wanted to give them something. And I'm always pushing the narrative to be yourself, love yourself. And over at B. Simone Beauty, we're like, look, you already have to think you're beautiful. You already have to love yourself. We're just the cherry on top with our cosmetics. So it was just another thing to dib and dab in, and it became successful, and I love it. I love being creative. I love doing the marketing with my manager and my team, and the pictures and the video and the visuals. It's just really fun. It's girly. It brings out my girl side.
And on top of that, you hit another career milestone. Earlier this year, you were selected for the Lit AF comedy tour, and you were opening for Martin Lawrence.
Oh, yeah.
You did 2 shows before the pandemic shut it down?
Yeah. And we had 15 or more shows, and we only got to do 2, but it was more than enough. I'm still so fulfilled with that. Those 2 shows. It was amazing. Martin showed me so much love. I was the only millennial, the only female. Our last show was in Atlanta, opened up an arena to 20, 30,000 people. And I was the first person on that stage. And I damn near had a panic attack before I went on stage. I was so nervous. Stand up still, makes me nervous to this day. And if people knew what I went through, they wouldn't have even believed I made it through that show. But as soon as I got off stage, Martin hugged me and was like, "You killed it. You're a young." Off. I was like, "Oh my God." If so much fear and anxiety, and I killed it, and he made me feel so comfortable. So it was just dope to experience that.
Yeah, no. So how have you been adjusting to the new norm and pivoted since then? Because we know that project had to come to a standstill.
Yeah. Thankfully, I've been able to do stuff like this, Zoom calls and Zoom interviews and phone and technology is just to the point where we can work from home as entrepreneurs and focusing on Be Simone Beauty and focusing on all the things I can focus on just here in my own house. So it's definitely been different, not being on the road, not being able to touch and feel and see your fans, but as entrepreneurs, we pivot, we work around the problems, and we just find solutions. I came up with tons of stuff during the pandemic. I sold manitizers. I made, little hand sanitizers and just tons of stuff. Being creative, and it's working out. It's working out. Working from home.
Well, speaking of things working out, you also have this partnership with Footaction. You were the first person to co-develop your own brand with Footaction. Tell us about this opportunity and your new line.
Oh, I'm so excited. It drops November 17th in select Footaction stores and on footaction.com. My little slogan, baby girl, baby boy. So we just decided to do baby girl merch and tie it into my brand. And I love Footaction for letting me be myself. They asked, what you want to do with this campaign? And I was like, the whole campaign, I want to push the narrative, love yourself. And I like to tie in with what I'm going through in my personal life, so the consumer and the women that are supporting me can feel the genuine vibe. And that's what I've been going through, trying to figure out different ways to love myself every day. And we're just pushing that narrative and that story to these young women. Footaction is 100% behind women being successful and supporting women. And I'm just so excited. I still can't believe it. Like, I get nervous even talking about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're a few days away, but it's going to be great. And I really just respect them and appreciate them for letting me be myself throughout this campaign.
So with the partnership, it's not just a one-off. I read that you signed a 2-year contract with Footaction. Can you talk about the deal and the partnership?
Yeah, it's going to be long term. After the 17th, we see how this does, which we know is going to just do phenomenal. Our goal is to sell out. After that, we just collab again, hopefully more clothes and accessories, and I'll be able to actually design a few pieces. I did design these with a team, but I'm saying, like, the actual cut and sew instead of, just logos and graphics. So we'll get deep into that and have tons of, other things coming in the next 2 years.
Yeah, I think it's important for, influencers like yourself and other people to take advantage of these brand partnerships and opportunities. And it seems like you're doing it because many people might think like, oh, it's a one-off, because we
Yeah.
see that all the time.
Yeah.
What do you want out of this partnership over the next 2 years?
To grow my brand, and not only is Footaction beneficial to me, I want to be beneficial to their brand. I want to spread my message through their brand. I feel like I bring a lot to the table, as do they. You don't just want to, drain the people you work with. You want to water them also. So I feel like it's both mutually beneficial, and we help each other's brand grow, and we're promoting the same message. So just getting it out to my fans, these young girls that really look up to me and been following me for years. Like I always say, I'm transparent, I'm vulnerable. I show when I'm making money, I show when I'm not making money. I show when I'm up, I show when I'm down. I showed my $1 million journey, and also showed when I was sleeping on the floor for 6 months when I first moved to Atlanta. I show my followers everything just to let them know, like, I'm the girl next door. I am you. It's nothing that I'm doing that you can't do. And I think Footaction has a lot of the same messaging as me, just motivating, supporting these consumers and these fans and these supporters.
Speaking of you being so vulnerable and manifesting, your fans know you as the manifest queen. I love that little mini series you did on the road to your first $1 million before you hit 30. What
Yeah.
did you learn from that process, and what did it teach you about manifesting?
Your mind is the most powerful tool you have, and not just setting those goals, but working towards them. You can say, I want this, I want this, I want this all day, but you have to work towards it. Faith without works is dead. So not only setting those goals that seem untangible, but working towards it. And it just was like, but you have to believe before it happens. Like, I knew it was possible. I knew we could do it. And, I pulled it off with all those different hustles. And it was a great, great experience. It was a great experience to just show myself that I could do it. And outside of the money, it was just a huge goal that was, kind of difficult, and I made it happen.
Do you think that time crunch sort of accelerated the process a little bit and help you?
Yeah, because it makes you go harder. You're like,
Put a tight time
oh,
frame on it.
such a tight frame. Because I mean, time frame. I was like, I always said that I want to be a millionaire by 30. That was just a long-term goal for me years and years ago. But then I was like, yo, I turned 30 in like a month. Like, I'm not a millionaire yet. Like,
Yeah.
what am I about to do? Like, am I gonna reach for the stars, or am I just gonna be like, whatever, I'll do it at 31? So I was like, no, like, we have 40 days, we can do this, and I did every hustle in the book. I did hair, I did meet and greets with B. Simone, I sold my little Toyota, my car, I sold manitizers, I sold the book, I was pushing lip gloss, I did every hustle I could possibly think of. And we hit that $1 million mark a week before my birthday.
You did, and it was so inspiring to
Thank you.
watch. In addition to being the manifest queen, the baby called you the marketing queen because
Yeah,
that's something else that you excel in. Where
yeah,
do you get these creative ideas from? Like you said, you've been doing manitizers. Like, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, it's literally a product, a simple product. You made it in your kitchen and just added some branding to it, and it sells.
Yeah, I always been the creative, and once I met my manager about 4 years ago, Miss Skittles, she gave me more of the business mind and the marketing strategy and how to monetize my platform while still being myself, but giving my followers what they want from me. So a lot of the marketing strategies and ideas I learned from her. We collaborate with our team, and she comes up with so many dope ideas, and we just execute it. So she's taught me a lot when it comes to marketing.
And the when you were marketing the video you did with the video was fantastic. The chemistry
Yeah.
you two had was off the chain. It looked
Thank
like the video you posted a very romantic picture of you two. It looked
Yeah.
like the baby didn't even know that you were gonna post it up. Nobody knew it was coming, and it was just
Yeah.
like, what? Did
It
you,
was
so
cool.
like something like that? Did you strategize ahead of time, or you like, you know what? Let me put this up right now.
No, we did it ahead of time. I thought of it. I was like, we need to do something. We can't just drop because people know me from stalking him and
Yep.
having my Halloween costume. So I manifested that. People thought I was crazy, but I was like, I'm gonna work with him. And literally, a couple months later, he called me and booked me for a video. It was a job, and we really had great chemistry. He's so professional, and yeah, so that was definitely premeditated. We planned that.
And when you say manifest, okay, so take us just briefly through your manifesting process. What is that? How does that
Yeah.
look?
If there's something I want to do, I want to accomplish, I always write it down. I don't just keep it in my mind. I visually write it down. I don't put it in my phone. I take a pen to a paper and I write it down. I make vision boards annually. A lot of stuff on my vision board happens before the year is up. So when it's all done, I make another one. You want to visually see it, manifest it, and work towards it. Like, seeing it every day keeps your mind on it. Your thoughts control your actions, which control the rest of your life. So whatever you're thinking about is what you become. Instead of waking up, hey, I see a lot of people in my comments, I can't get that. I'm broke. I'm broke. I'm broke. You're manifesting the bad too. Don't walk around saying you're broke. You manifest, I'm successful. I'm beautiful. I am rich. I am whatever you want to be. You speak that over your life and you work towards that. And it's just about having a positive mindset. Whatever you believe is what you'll become. And I'm living proof of that. I'm living proof of that. Manifestation works.
It definitely does. So what are you manifesting next? What are you working on? Let's say, for 2021, what can we expect from you?
First, I'm manifesting a sold out line with.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know how that TV just came on. I'm so sorry. Let me move. That was so random. It just like popped on. I'm manifesting this line with Foot Locker to sell out. I'm manifesting going back on tour next year after COVID is over, hopefully. And just, my beauty line growing and growing and growing.
Okay. Are you also manifesting something going on for your love life?
I'm always manifesting a man. always manifesting a man. So I'm like, that is definitely a goal. I want to find love and be in love, but it's no rush. I'm not looking for it. Whenever it happens, it happens. I think as women, we always have this list of things that we want out of a man, but you make sure you check off everything on that list for you too. You want him to be successful. You want him to be this. You want him to be that. Make sure you're all of those things, and he'll find you when the time is right. So.
Absolutely. So B, just let us know one more time how we can find the baby girl line with Footaction. I love it.
Thank you. Have on the merch now. Footaction, November 17th, footaction.com. Select stores. I will be listing the stores on my page so you can go to the store if it's in a city near you. And yeah, November 17th, set your calendar, your alarm for midnight, the 17th. Let's sell it out, you guys. And remember to love yourself. That is what we're promoting with this campaign. So yeah.
Thank you so much and good luck with everything.